Right, chat. Welcome. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully you had a good weekend. For those in the States that had off today, hopefully you had a good time off. I did not, but my son did. So we had to entertain him with a ton of Minecraft. But hopefully everyone's weekend was good. Hopefully it was exciting. Hopefully you got to do something fun, interesting. I watched a lot of football. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, hopefully everyone's good. Mine was good until Buffalo played. P.S. It was a catch. Okay. It was a good weekend though overall. And then we watched the Bears and we were rooting for the Bears because I was like, the Bears. And I had to witness that again. And I was like, this is entirely depressing. I hate football again. But no, it was good. It was good. But we ended up getting like a lot of snow. Not a lot, but we got a decent amount of snow out here. So we had to deal with that and whatnot. So I had to like snow blow like 3 times. And then there's still snow. And I didn't snow blow today because I was busy working. So there was that. So, all right, Sean, welcome to chat. Hello, no Marvel Champions tonight? No, there is no Marvel Champions tonight. Let's say I had a go Rams. I might root for the Rams. I'm not rooting for the Patriots. Denver, whatever. And the Seahawks, I don't really like the Seahawks. So the Rams might be my pick. If not them, then Denver. Like if it's Denver Rams, I'm okay with it. I think Denver has the funniest thing in the world where they should sign Tom Brady for a game. Why not? Hey, why not? It can't be that bad. I think it'll be hilarious. But anyway, so I was intending to play Marvel Champions until, I don't know, midday yesterday. And then for a random reason, I was like, you know what? I don't really feel like it. I kind of don't feel like it. Maybe that makes me petty, but I just don't feel like it. So, no Marvel Champions tonight. And I was like, I haven't played Ashes because we did Ashes Ascendancy. We did the one hero, but not the other hero. So I was like, I kind of want to play that. I'm a little rough with the Ascendancy rules. I should really learn it and whatever. So yeah, I should figure that out. So, but yeah, so no Marvel Champions tonight. And next week I won't be around. Sad D20 sad. Because I have an actual work trip, so I won't be there. Or I won't be around here, but then the week back, we'll probably do some stuff. So, LW, welcome to chat. I felt like the opening of a night of... Wait, what's this next? Wait, before I get there. Let me go to the other side. Link, welcome in chat. Going over some Marvel Champions cards tonight? I will not. I will not be going over any of them. I figure whoever has the stuff can talk about it, but to be frank, I really just don't have any interest in doing it right now. Just none. Plus I usually have it in the past, so I'll wait until the hero packs come out and I'll do my thing then, but probably nothing beforehand. Gap, welcome to chat. Hope you all doing well, man. I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you over on Kick. Appreciate you, dude. LW, I feel like the opening of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms was taking a dump on Game of Thrones Pass on purpose. Like, we're gonna be different and better. You can already see it's lighter. I hated it that they did it. Like, no, let me phrase this. I agree with the idea that they should take a dump over the last 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. I'm one of the believers that Game of Thrones was starting to collapse on season 4, and season 5 was an absolute mess. As a book reader, I hated a lot about season 5, but the cinematography, the music, the acting really carried it through, and they had enough text to kind of make it work. And then 6, 7, 8 are some of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Which is why I used to recommend Game of Thrones to people all the time, and I can't anymore in good conscience. I'll say like, hey, just understand that the show ends halfway through when you think it does. But I know a lot of people like season 5 because Battle of the Bastards. I have a lot of issues with that episode still. Like, there's a lot of issues I have with that episode, but I agree. It's shot beautifully. It's really cool. It's really fun. So I like it for that part of it, and the rest of it's fine. But yeah, I start having issues with season 5. But yeah, I feel like the beginning when they did that was just kind of like, forget that, we're doing it differently. And I saw some people hating on it because they were like kind of expecting it Game of Thrones 2.0. And so for novels, because I've read the books, and I told novels, like, just FYI, like, this is a whole different perspective of Westeros, right? You're like seeing it from the common folk, and you're getting like more of like their story to it, and it's a little bit lighter and whatnot. So like, just know that going in. And when she knew that, and we went into it all, she was very into it. She's like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, I like this. Like, I like Dunk. I like Egg. You know, she doesn't know who Egg is yet. So, you know, all that stuff was really, really cool and fun, I think, and she enjoyed it for a good amount. So, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm excited that they're already recording season 2, that they're going to start season 3 right after finishing filming season 2. And then allegedly Martin gave all of his notes for the next 12 books, or novellas, not real books, so that they can keep going if they want. Which I have a gut feeling that they will. Keith, welcome to the chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Armored Sword, even everybody, I'm so happy I finally found a home for this huge Ashes storage box. It feels so empty. Did you get everything else or no? I wonder how much it fills out, because I did not get that massive box. I thought about it and I was like, oh. One of these openers, hey Darth, welcome to chat. One of these openers you're going to drag too long and pass out. I have gotten lightheaded before. That's why I take the wonderful Rogue Energy, the sponsor of this channel. Billy, welcome to chat. I slept a lot because someone gave me the sickness, so I have a sore throat. That stinks, dude. That stinks. Go Rams. Didn't Denver's quarterback leg get broken? Yeah, his ankle. He broke his ankle at some point during the game against Buffalo. P.S. Still a catch. So yeah, he broke his ankle at some point, so he's out, which stinks. Because, like, I mean, especially as a young kid, like, that's such a terrible way. Like, you made it this far, like, and you just want to go the rest of the way, and you're just like, tape me up, put me on a bunch of painkillers, but you don't want to ruin your own career. It reminds me of The Walking Dead, where the show veered away and just wanted their original character to have the spotlight. Interesting. Yeah, I never watched The Walking Dead. Any news on Marvel Champions? Nah, I have no news, Mark. Yeah, so for those that don't know, I have not been selected to do previews this time. No idea why. So as far as content creators, when you're selected, they tell you. And I didn't realize when you're not selected, they don't tell you. So I literally found out when everyone else did. And I was like, oh, cool. That's fun. So as far as like all the card reveals, like I said, go support those channels, go watch their reveals and whatnot and whatever, if you want to or not, whatever. But I won't be talking about them. So it's good. I might have to check that out. Yes. So I think it's very good. Novels liked it. Understand that the first episode is slow. The second episode, I think, will be a good, like, there's gonna be a somewhat big thing that happens in the second episode, not like massive, but kind of big. And then judging on the episode titles, I think 4 is gonna be a massive, like, the episode. Like, you know, Game of Thrones always has like an episode that's like everyone kind of talks about. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be episode 4, judged off of it, and if not 4, then 5, depending on when they do it. LW, thank you for using your Prime sub, dude. I appreciate the support. So, yeah. So I'm thinking it's gonna be 4 based off the title, but it could just be like setting up 4 all the way to 5. You know what I mean? Pretty much everything except King of Titans PB. The box is still empty, though I haven't sleeved Ashes. Gasp, man, you are a heathen. Ashes storage is really good. All right, nice. Josh, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry about that. Man, it happens. It happens. We'll see if it changes in the future. I know I've seen some people speculate that they rotate in and out people. I've never seen that. I've seen people that get dropped off and left off. So I don't know if I'm just one of those people that's now permanently dropped off and left off. Maybe. They don't really tell us, so I have no idea. If they give me stuff in the future, I may do it. If they don't, they don't. They need to shoot soon because of the actor aging out in the egg roll. So, partially true, LW. In the novellas, like each one time skips. So like the second novella actually takes place like a few years after, and him getting older won't be that big of a deal. But they do kind of have to like go, because again, if there's like 15 of them, I'm trying not to spoil anything, because I know you kind of know how the novellas are going to go if you know like the world of things, and how it ends is him probably like much older or fairly older. So they have to go kind of fast, but not too fast. It's like a weird balancing thing. You've been bad mouthing FFG too much, have you? Probably doesn't help being honest. How does the new show tie into the world? I honestly didn't know that this was going to be a show. So it takes place. Okay, so A Night of the Seven Kingdoms takes place, I think it's 70 years before a Game of Thrones. So some people that are referenced in the Game of Thrones are in this show. In House of the Dragon, it's like 90 years after House of the Dragon. So it's in the middle of those two things. So there's no one in the show. There most likely isn't anyone in the show that you'll recognize in Game of Thrones. But it fits in the world that it's still Westeros. The Targaryens are still ruling right now. If you're caught up on House of the Dragon, I don't want to spoil what happens with that plot line, because obviously you kind of know, I know it all already, even though the shows are still going for like 4 seasons or whatever. But if you know the history of Westeros, like you kind of know where it's going to end. So it's dealing with the aftermath of all of that, basically. Which is really weird that they're doing it like that, because there will be slight spoilers in A Night of the Dragon Will End. But House of the Dragon second season, I've been reading like highlights of it. And apparently they've deviated so much from the books that I have no idea what they're doing now. Like they are doing legit things that don't make sense in the books. And they've left out people that are imperative to the story. And they just went, meh, we don't need them. Which I don't know how you wrap that storyline up without certain people that don't exist. And like, at this point, I don't think can exist. Other choices like versus 2-piece CG and Legendary Marvel are gone now. Yeah. I'm really hoping, DC Legendary, I really want to come out soon. And once that comes out, man, we're going to be rock and rolling that game a lot. We're going to be rock and rolling that a lot, so I'm excited. Summerhall is the ending, but they haven't finished the whole story of that yet? Yeah. Because the tragedy at Summerhall, we don't know all the details. We know what happened, generally speaking, but we don't know all the details, so that's probably, you're right, is the ending. So they have to just get him to that age, which I think is fairly older than he is now. Which will be fun, that we'll actually get to know what happened at Summerhall if they do it. But my guess is they're not going to tell much more than what we already know. So we're previewing a Herc card, and oh, this is rubbish. No, I was the one person hyping up Herc. I was the one person. I would have been all in on him. Heard the showrunner or whatever didn't bother to talk to George and get insight about House of the Dragon. Yeah, I heard it's really ugly between George and the House of the Dragon people. Like George was like helping them out, giving them notes and everything, and they basically like threw it in the garbage. And now it's to the point that like they don't even want to talk to George about it, which like kind of cool, because I would like George to finish 2 very important books, The Winds of Winter, which it turns out in the past 3 years he's written nothing for it, so that's great. I read the Hollywood Reporter interview or whatever it was, Hollywood Reporter interview, and he's like, I've done 1,000 some words for it, or 1,000 some pages for it. And I was like, bro, you did 1,000 some pages 3 years ago. And then he made it later on. He's like, well, I'm still rewriting it. I was like, oh my God, just put it on paper. The problem is, this is my tinfoil hat theory about Game of Thrones. No insider information, obviously, but tinfoil hat theory that D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, D&D, did the ending to Game of Thrones that was actually supposed to happen, but they did it wrong, obviously, because it was trash. And that was George's plot line of what happens, and everyone hated it, obviously, because D&D did such a terrible job with, I mean, a terrible job with it, that it didn't make sense. In the books, it's going to make a lot of sense because, for those that don't know, in the 4th book, A Feast of Crows, you see Cersei's descent into madness and like actually what makes her go crazy, and the parallels to her and what will be Dany, and Dany's madness signs are already there in previous books that you can easily see how he's like foreshadowing it. So it's going to make sense in the books, but I think he's scared to do it now because everyone was so upset. But I think he just needs to buck up and do it and do what he originally wanted to do. But I don't think he knows what he fully wants anymore. So it'd be like watching Return of the Jedi, then Phantom Menace, then A New Hope, and Empire. Yeah. Yes. That's actually a good way of putting it, Darth. Yeah. That's fine about House of the Dragon being bad. A Knight of the Seven Kings is my favorite from the Game of Thrones universe. It is really good. Like, if you ever get the chance, like, so there's 3. I actually have it right here because I'm rereading it. This is how big the book is, right? And like where I'm at now, I just finished the first story. So this section, a little less than this section, is the entire first story. It's like 112 pages in this book. So it's really easy if you want to read it. This will be the first 3 seasons right here in this book. That's why the episodes are shorter, because the episodes are only like 30 minutes long, and they're like only 6 episodes per season probably. And yeah, I can show that one. And there's pictures, so it makes it reading even easier. But it's a great book. I mean, they're all really good, but that one's especially very good. Also, Tyrion isn't evil in the show. Tyrion's character arc makes no sense. Tyrion is a terrible human being, and instead they wanted him to be a popular moral compass in the show, which never made sense, especially for Tyrion's arc. Tyrion's arc doesn't make sense. Jaime's arc makes literally no sense. Brienne of Tarth, they don't know what to do with because the person she's with in the books doesn't exist in the show. Undead Cat. So they didn't know what to do with Brienne for the longest time. Like, they didn't know what to do with anyone for the longest time. They just had them meandering around. Arya's whole plot with the Faceless Men makes no sense because they don't know what to do with her. Jon Snow, they didn't know what to do with. They just didn't know what to do with anything. It was all about subverting expectations. But yeah, Tyrion is not supposed to be a good person or a person you root for. And in the books, he's a terrible human being. And he continues to be a terrible human being. He needs to do it, then DX Crush. That's the one I have. Great cover, dude. I love that book. It's so good. Just read the book for us. I mean, if Kai Cenat can do it, I probably get sued, but maybe not. It's worth it, right? But yeah, I highly recommend it if anyone gets a chance. Make a 3-hour video about the book. There you go. That might get some views. It's popular again right now. But yeah, I would say, even if you never watched Game of Thrones, you don't have to know a ton about it, but knowing some things helps. Because there's a lot of Targaryens who are the rulers, and you're going to meet some of them, and why they're the way that they are might not make sense unless you know some of the story. So that might be the only thing you need to know, I think. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think the casting is really good. I hear there is a throne in some kind of game. Basically. Yeah, that's the rough idea. They're all playing the game. I mean, Lime read the Marvel Champions rulebook. You can read Game of Thrones. Yeah, but I feel like HBO is a little more protective than Fantasy Flight Games is. Just like a little. Rock Val, welcome to chat. Just glance sideways to camera from time to time, which should count as your added commentary. Works for reaction streamers. I know, right? If reaction streamers can do it, all I have to do is like add something unique to it, right? Technically, to get around copyright, I have to add something of value that wasn't there before. So I just have to do like, you know, a Pogger's face every now and again and be like, oh, can you believe it? He killed that guy. Oh. You see the Ultra Deluxe 1000 Catan? No, I did not. Not as bad as WWE. They would nuke your channel. Dude, they hate people covering their stuff. I have to look at the Catan thing. Wait, where is it? Is there do you have a link for it? But yeah, WWE like hates you covering their stuff. Like literally the people that cover WWE, it's like literally their face and that's it, because they can't show what's happening on screen and they can't technically talk about all the things. So they have to like just be like surprised and be like, did you just see that? Did you just see that? And like if you're not watching, you have no idea what they're doing. It's the same with Formula One. Like you can't play Formula One on it either. Thank you. Check out this bad boy. Catan. Official upgrades to Catan components, accessories, gemstone robbers, premium dice, polished resin tiles, and more. 490,000 raised. How much is it all in? Show me the all in price. Oh my god. It is $1,000. Okay. It's just like colors. It's just like made fancy colors. Oh, they have metal now. Ugh. Did anyone get that? For the low cost of $1,000, the price of a cup of coffee, basically. Hey, Dan, welcome to chat. Like, these things are cool. Like, I like the resin pieces. They're fine. The metal ones look bad. Like, I know they'll be much smaller, but when you see them bigger, I don't think I can show that on stream anymore. Okay, so I spent my use of money in video games and comics, as you should. Sparkle resin. Like, it just... There's no art. Like, it's literally like they put like basic pictures on it and just like popped them on. It was like, this is good. That's nice. At least you could pop that out, I guess. Never played Settlers of Catan. I'm not more. Oh, you can get boats. Look, I've never told anyone. Oh, I like that case though. That's really cool. I've never told anyone to not buy things. I've never told that. Chat, I'm gonna beg of you. Don't buy this. I'm sorry. I can't. It looks so ridiculous. Don't do this. Don't do this. For $1,000, for the low price of $1,000, this can be yours. You get all unlocked metal civilizations, painted wood dice, sharp edge dice set, which I guess is more dice, more metal, resin robbers, metal robbers, gemstone hexes, sparkle resin C frames, metal discs, 9 ports, some pins, and then you can add on more things for fun. Wow. We need dunk meme dumping on this. Oh my god, yes. Have some self-respect and buy Monopoly. Please purchase Monopoly instead. 1,000 times a dollar a game. How many would you? Hey, Zero, welcome to chat. You rehash an existing game where you could get the entirety of Elder Scrolls and about half the complete set of Ashes for that amount? Yeah. Like, go buy a better game. This is crazy. That's crazy. Show me the video. Okay, play the video. There we go. Ah, wow. I'm sorry, just the trees and the brick, they look so bad. Wow. I'm sure Neil's a very nice guy. I don't want to spend $1,000 on this. Am I just petty, chat? Am I just a miserable human being? Wait, I thought they went in. Oh, no, they do go in a little bit. Okay, like sometimes they stick out more and sometimes they stick out less. That's weird. So there's like a wooden version and a resin version. So you get two versions, I guess. I hate those dice. I'm not a fan. I just saw a cameo card from Marvel Champions. What in the world? I haven't looked at any of it. What are you going to spend that $1,000 on? Food and water? No. Never. It's a waste of money. I'm just saying, Chad, don't do it. I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't do it. You could buy so many things and buy the same token instead. People complain about buy the same token being expensive. That's expensive. Are you going to look? Because that one is wild. Where is it? Joshy, can you link it? Or was it on someone's YouTube or something? Or Reddit? Was it one of the reveals today? Sent to you? Okay. How was it revealed? I guess that's the other question. So the Arkham Metal tokens that are way more expensive, I would get them for sure. The metal tokens are sweet. If I wasn't sponsored. I would buy that $500 all in Ashes Reborn if sleeving, if it didn't cause me nightmares. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Yeah. From the identity known in this game shuffles all into deck discard. Yeah, interesting. I'm still bitter with things, so I'm not going to react to it. Okay, so Dan, I had a question about Marvel Champions leaks from late 2024. Were they ever accurate from what you heard? Don't look at them like you. So if we caught up in the content wise, no, they have, well, some. There was two different sets of leaks, and the one set was what we saw with Civil War, right? Civil War or Shield? Wait, which one was it? No, it's Civil War. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Civil War. So anyway, we saw those leaks and they came to fruition. The other leaks have not, which I'm going to guess is because they pivoted on things. After talking to MJ and kind of how things work and that they'll just kind of shelf things. So like I said before, so for those that don't know, on the MJ podcast, or when MJ came on my podcast or whatever, she explained how that they had done Daredevil like years ago and they just shelved it because they were focusing on other stuff and they were keeping it in the back burner. My gut, and I have nothing to back this up on, is that what got leaked, they kind of went, let's not do that right now. And the Civil War set was truly a bonus set because Caleb was moving on. So they said, go ahead, do it. And I mean, if you look at Civil War, it makes sense because it's like, it's very rushed. Like there's a lot of not consistent wording. A lot of the villains / leaders work similarly. And like, I like it. Like I know a lot of people hate it. I actually don't mind it. But the wording's off on a lot of things, like just structurally, not even the words, but just structurally, they couldn't copy and paste correctly. And their mechanics are very similar. So it feels like a thing that they did really, really quick. I'm going to assume what was leaked was supposed to be what came out, but they've noticed that the entire community is a bit antsy, right? Because everyone, I mean, all you read is about like, if we're not getting Daredevil soon, like I'm out. And I think my gut says that when Daredevil comes out, you're going to see everything on Daredevil and all the packs say like, you know, Tony with Caleb or Boggs, and he's going to heavily use their designs, and they made a pivot. Then I'm going to assume that the leaked stuff comes out after that. It's going to be the next set after that. Don't know for sure. It's just my gut. I could be 100% wrong, obviously. Or the leaked stuff, they might just go, nope, we're shelving it for the foreseeable future, which I think would upset people. Not because that was leaked, but because what the leak entails. Bitterness, that's the spirit now. Webword just leaked Kool-Aid Man and Daredevil cool red box. That's fine. I need more DC Legendary card spoilers. Dude, me too, man. I need DC Legendary to come out. That's what I need. I'm telling y'all, when that game comes out, man, that's good. That might be the direction of the channel for a little while. I want to see they updated the pre-order. All right, it still says they put March 31st as a template date as just first quarter. So it's still first quarter for the time being until it's not. When we're DC Legendary spoilers too, yeah. I want them to do this so that they also do Marvel Legendary Core Box 2, because I think it's going to help bring people into the game. Because I think a lot of people are sitting on Legendary kind of wanting it, but not doing anything yet because they want it to be redone. Schmanny. To my 1%. Hope I'm doing well. Hopefully you are too. Played Champions last night with the husband last night. Quicksilver, Aggression, Scarlet Witch, Justice, just beat Claws. A great time. Is amazing. I love it. Love it. That's great. I got a nice box ready for it too. Ready to have it to go for a while, yeah. I need CMON to fulfill my pre-order. Slowly but surely. I may have slowed them down personally. Because I asked for so many Metal Gear Solid boxes. Good, they used the right Green Lantern. Matter for no Marvel Champions today? No, not today. I lost interest in doing it midday yesterday, roughly. I think even if it's the first quarter, the earliest will be March. I think so too. I think it would be buyable like end of March and then like ship the next month or so. By looking, no, they won't. I also back to CMON game. I know people are worried about CMON games. I think they will deliver everything. I do. Do you see the new spoiler cards? Not looking. I'll be frank, I'm not really looking at any of it. I usually don't look at other people's stuff when they spoil it or talk about it too much. And I'm really not doing it now. So no. So I'll wait until everything's released and I'll look at it. The cover of DC Legendary is very 2000s Justice League cartoon plus Aquaman. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be fun, dude. I think they... Oh, for CMON. I think they will, but the people in their comments are kind of going crazy. I don't blame people because people invested like a ton of money on it, right? Cap. I'm sitting on Legendary because all the Marvel expansions are hard to find. Yeah, I get that. I'm still trying to get the last 2 boxes for Marvel Legendary, which technically they're not out of print. They reprinted one of them. There was a printing error and they just went, maybe we'll do it in the future. I think there's licensing issues going on there because they did the whole thing with suing them. They did the whole thing with what? They were suing Lorcana, which is also Disney. So they were kind of suing Disney from Disney's point of view, which is really weird. And Disney doesn't want to deal with that. So I think they're dealing issues with that. Also, by the same token, customer service is top notch. One of my pieces in my most recent order came in damaged. Hello there. Hey, Mongoose. And they didn't have issues with my request to replace it. This is why I support By the Same Token before they ever became a channel sponsor, is I had issues too. I've had missing pieces. You've seen on stream, I've had missing pieces. So even when I wasn't a sponsor and they didn't know who I was, I mean, maybe they did, but I didn't tell them who I was. I did it from a different email account. So it didn't show D20 Woodworking. It showed my real name. And I was like, hey, I'm missing this stuff. And I got an email the next day that was like, We're sending it out today. Do you need anything else? And I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. And then, you know, it takes a little bit to on the raft they send it on or whatever, but it gets out to me eventually, and then it shows up, and I love it. I love it. Sort of a bit off topic. I've been playing Raven's Watch, the video game. I have no idea how this went under the. I don't even know what that is. What is it? Zero. I started Marvel Legendary when it came out, now 20 packs behind, so I think I'm good. Yeah, you're good. I'm missing Weapon X Marvel Legendary. That's one of the smaller boxes, right? They usually keep that stuff in stock, so. Ipsen, there was a recent event where they promoted Legendary version 2, so at least it's alive despite the legal issues. Good. My gut says, and I talked to this about Bagel Top when he came on the channel, was I think they just want to finish DC Legendary, get it out the door to appease those people, and then finish Marvel. And then kind of, I don't know if they'll alternate or what between the two. It'd be interesting to see. They have to know they're sitting on a gold mine with DC Legendary. Like, so many people have clamored for a DC game for so long. They're like, they have to know they're sitting on their gold mine. I would hope. And they don't want to keep the Marvel Legendary people, like, way behind. But, like, they owe Legendary or Marvel people that box and the What If Volume 2 box. Because that was also announced, but we know nothing about it. So I think they'll do that at the very least. I definitely bought a few items that I didn't need for them just because I love Bison tokens so much. Yeah. That's why I'll always support them. Even if they drop me as a sponsor, I'll always support them. The issue is that they don't say anything about anything. The lack of communication is obnoxious. Dude, it's so bad. That's what I joked about with Bagel Top. They're like, people think Marvel Champions is bad. Nah, Upper Deck is really bad. It's really bad. It's like a rogue game where you play a different fairy tale character like Beowulf, Little Red Riding Hood, Merlin. It's like Hades and Diablo had a baby. Bro, I have to check that out. I would gladly work on a team to make DC champions. I wonder if they'll do it. If FFG is smart, they'll do it. But I don't know if they have the people or the resources right now to do it. Upper Deck's communication is worse than CMON's. It might be one of the worst communicational companies in the world. Just straight up. They're so bad. Hysterically bad. I don't even know if you could. Can you pre-order it yet from Upper Deck? I think I pre-ordered it somewhere else, but I can't remember. No, you can't even pre-order it yet. Sad. Canadian, how's it going? Hopefully doing well, man. Yeah, I think I pre-ordered it from Game Nerd, so I'm not going to get the gold coin, but I figured that wasn't worth the $20. Just buy it on eBay. Oh, plus it was free shipping on Game Nerds. So I was like, okay, whenever it does come out, I'll get it a month later. Meh. Whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. I won't be too angry about that. What was I just thinking? Oh, yeah. But so anyway, once DC Legendary comes out. Oh, chat. Right before stream, I have to tell Novels this too, because I spent some of my allowance money. I purchased a game. I already forgot how it's phrased. What's that stupid game everyone wanted me to get? I should say stupid. It's not stupid. My God, what is it called? I just purchased it. I have to tell her tomorrow that I got it. No, what's the small box solo game? There's 3 of them. Oh my god, I have to look at my channel. People want me to get it. They said it's really good. I'm mostly out of Legendary since I sold most of it, but I'm getting second edition if it's worth Dr. Doom playmat. There you go. Let me watch my video. Someone made a comment about it. Kinfire Delve. Everyone's been telling me to get that, and it's so incredibly good. So I finally pulled the trigger because there was a good sale price on it. So I decided to get that because everyone says it's really good. Thank you. Yeah, Cap, you got it. 20 Strong Tango. What's that? I already have that. But Kinfire Delve, everyone says it's good. And I started researching it, and I was like, okay, it looks pretty solid. So I decided to get that. So it has like 3 little boxes or whatever. So I got those. And we'll see how it goes. Not the Lord of the Rings trick taking game, but I do want to look into it. Absalom I've never heard of. I just got Vantage excited to play it this week. You have to let me know how it is. I've heard really mixed reviews on it. It'd be interesting to see it like solo versus multiplayer, what people like. CO2. I'm curious to know your thoughts about it. Cap, do you have it? Do you not like it? But yeah, everyone kept telling me like it's such a good game and it's really good and whatever. Have you played any of the Uwe Rosenberg farming games? Oh, I sure have. So one of my best friends, his favorite game is Agricola. I do not enjoy Agricola because I get crushed every single time. So I hate it. But his best quote unquote solo game is Nosferge or Nosferge or whatever. It's pretty decent. If you want the entire set, Canadian, let me know. I'll sell it to you. I still like it, right? It's still fine, but I just Nosforge. Uwe. Nosforge. This one. We have to clear trees and build a harbor for fish. I think most of the expansions for it, if not all of them. Well, I don't know. He might have came out with more, but I have a lot of the expansions for him. But I will be selling this. There are 2 other games in the Confederate series. I think they're champions. You can play them with other things. Chronicle. Yeah, I think they have like a big one. I just wanted like the small ones. But yeah, Nosforge, if somebody wants it, I will sell it to them. I will sell it to you for a little under retail price, whatever that is, and shipping. So I get for the low cost of 80 wangs. Yeah, exactly. Agricola only has 30 minutes of drafting before the game begins. I know. I got Dragons and Etchstone, like it a ton. Now I must get the new Ashes. Dude, Dragons and Etchstone is so incredibly good. Have you played Fields of Arle? Yes. I had Fields of Arle. I played it solo 4 times, and then I immediately sold it. I call it the old people game. I never did Fields of Arle 2. Solo, it took forever. I wasn't a big fan. Council's a meme tale. Chronicles. That's what I'm thinking. Chronicles is the big one. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I'm selling a lot of games in Noble Knight. So glad to unload stuff. I'm gonna end up donating. Yeah, I'm trying to sell some on eBay first because I did a thing to Noble Knight a few years back, and they were giving me like for like $100 game. They're like, here's $5. And I was like, I could probably sell it for a bit more. So I don't know if they've gotten better about it or not. But I do like their system that you just pack it up all in a big box and ship it to them. That's kind of nice. As far as worker placement, if she's getting into things and you want like a medium one, I still think Architects of the West Kingdom is fantastic. I'm a big fan of it. I will never sell that game. I think it's great. I have all the West Kingdom games, Architects, Paladins, and Viscounts. Paladins is rough. Like it's a hard game to play. It's just heavy, I should say, not hard. It's a heavy game. Viscounts I don't mind. I like it. But I think Architects is really good for people that are like, they like worker placement, but they're not like super into like being over the top and thinking about things. So I like it. Noble Knight is the GameStop. I know, right? I don't like Noble Knight. I've seen some real shady pricing on them from Board Game Oracle. I haven't looked at their pricing with things. Like I said, this was before the pandemic. I talked to them about selling them a bunch of stuff, and it wasn't worth it to me. I was like, I'll just do the work. So, and I know if it works for some people, totally chill and cool, and that's awesome. Yeah, it wasn't making sense for me at the time. But especially if you're going to donate it anyway, then whatever. But yeah, I need to start. That's gonna be one of the videos coming out soon, is me making a video of everything I'm selling. I'm gonna sell some of my monster campaign games because I realize I just don't have time. Like, I think I'm getting rid of Etherfields finally, which is sad. I think I'm getting rid of the other big one that's massive that I have no idea how I'm gonna ship. Yeah, I'm doing it because it's easier for me. Yeah, I get it, 100%. The eBay stuff is like exhausting. Plus, I literally have a pile of games in my basement that's just eBay in boxes. So it just takes up, like, luckily I have a basement that we have nothing in, so I can just stack them all. But it just takes up so much space, and like the hopes that they'll sell. It's a Wonderful World I'm selling. Isofarian Guard, I'm selling that because I just don't have time to play it. I'm gonna sell Orange and Nebula has a game I'm selling. Their space one. I'm gonna sell all that. Some of it's not even opened. My brain kind of looks at my big campaign games, and I'll play it when I retire. Yeah. I just have to make it to retirement any day now, right? What's the difference between Delve, Chronicles, and Council? So, okay. So, Kinfire Chronicles is like a massive game, like a big old behemoth of a game, about $180 on their website. The Delve one are smaller boxes that play individually and are smaller and quicker, allegedly. And there's 3 of them. I think it's $80 on their website. I think it's cheaper other places though. There's other expansions. Here's the Council one, which is also kind of big. Maybe that one's the big one. I'm not sure. I haven't researched it enough. But they're all supposed to be good. I just don't want to get into like super big ones. Recently offloaded Gloomhaven. It was nice to recruit the shelf space. Highly recommend offloading that for sure. But yeah, so the one I got that we'll do is this one. I was able to get the bundle from somewhere else. I don't know if it was Game Nerds or Miniature Market or some other shady website. But yeah, it looks like a much smaller, compact game. 45 to 60 minutes. I can handle that. I'm also like looking at the Red Raven games. What was their big games? I'm trying to decide if I want to offload them too. Kingdom Death, Gloomhaven, Oathsworn, sit unopened. Someday, there you go. So they have Sleeping Gods. I really enjoy Sleeping Gods and the expansion of Sleeping Gods. Not the, oh no, yeah, Distant Skies. I really enjoyed Sleeping Gods. Distant Skies I liked, but they're fun, but they're just larger games to play, and I just don't have time to play them. I do like the this one, the boat one, because it's like shorter and simpler, or quicker at least. So I don't mind that. So doesn't take that long to complete, does it? It takes as long as you don't die. Council is mid-tier box. Chronicles is a really large campaign game. Okay. Yeah, Sleeping Gods could take a while because you're just kind of like wandering around. So you could stop, and it's pretty easy to pack up because it's all in like books. So you just like open a book and whatnot. And it's fun. It's enjoyable. I just, again, it can be a longer campaign. I tried looking for Kinfire on TTS, but haven't found a mod of it yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll play it on stream soon when it shows up. But the Primeval or Primeval Peril, the boat one, I might keep. Then when you know what you're doing, you go infinite because a god, then smash everything. Yeah. Yeah, Sleeping Gods, I remember playing through the campaign a couple times. I think we did it once on stream 7 years ago. And I think same with Distant Skies. And I enjoyed it for what it was. It was good. But again, I just don't have time for it, I don't think. And it's also, the other thing that's kind of weird for it is when you learn where some of the better stuff is, if you play a second time, like it drops you in the same place, so you can kind of know where to go. Not 100% because of the way the system works, but it's like a rough, like you kind of know where to go. I have a stack of stuff to sell. I just don't play as much, so clear out space. That's the same with me. I have my games where, like, again, I really like Marvel Champions and Arkham, Lord of the Rings. I like Legendary. I like Ashes, and like I rather spend more time playing the stuff I really love than like forcing myself to play stuff that I don't love as much. Orbit Transport Anywhere is on the starting pages, yeah. Instead, I've been slowly getting out of the print Lord of the Rings stuff, professionally printed. Are you using makeplayingcards.com by chance? I've used them and they were all right. They did some bad runs for me. And then when I dealt with their customer service, they wouldn't do anything at first. They were like, sorry, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm like, oh, no, you have not met D20. This does not end the way you think it does. And several phone calls later and emails, I eventually got it reprinted. And it was better. It still wasn't great. Print and play games? Okay. That's good. There are some custom made stuff that I eventually might get into for stuff to get redone, but yeah. The TTS save trading has a good amount of TTS mods. I just hate TTS. I had a bad experience with it. They print with official backs? Oh, that's really good to know. At $149.99, I get a free gift. So what do I get? I don't know. Like a brand new game? I don't know. I have to think about that. All my Marvel stuff had printed as Marvel backs. I'll have to do that for Ronin and see how that does it. Because I've always wanted the Ronin print and play. And yeah. It's where the mods that are frowned upon go. It's where I get my Arkham. Ooh, that's good to know. Have you linked the files? Okay. Yeah, because I want to do the Ronin stuff. That's one thing I would like to get printed. Since they never like officially printed them for us, which stunk. And like Arkham, there's some Arkham custom stuff that's really cool. Like they have like zombie Pokemon, which I thought was funny. All right, cool. Thank you. I'll check it after the stream. They have some zombie Pokemon stuff that I always thought was really neat. And I kind of want that, so. But yeah, feel free to message each other or do it in my Discord or whatever you want. Whatever you're all comfortable with, that's fine. But yeah, if somebody wants Nurse Forge, I will sell it to you. I'll sell it to you for a good price. Though shipping to Canada might be a pain. But we'll figure it out. I just need to get rid of stuff. I have so many piles of stuff. So many piles of stuff. And I'll figure it out eventually. You got it for free. All right, so tonight we're going to be doing Ashes. We'll get into it a little bit, but interesting. So I had the print and play stuff printed. Ironically, the Ronin stuff doesn't print perfectly because FFG's files aren't great. Shocker. But the custom stuff I made was perfect because they have more control over how they print format. Okay. Of your standard 3 block. Still passable? Better than nothing? Yeah, it's better than what I would do. That printer that's back there can't print anything, so I'll take something over nothing. Like, drives me nuts. We never got that. You running stuff to print, right? All right. Cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I used make playing cards, and I used it for Lord of the Rings stuff when I thought I couldn't get certain stuff. And they were willing to do those backs. But yeah. Yeah, I'll sleeve it, so it won't make a difference. That's right. If the measurements are slightly off. And since I use, for villain stuff, I don't use opaque backs, but I'll figure it out. Just proxy the entire game. They ain't gonna sell it. You know what? I know a lot of people ask, like, what's your opinion about proxying things? If they won't sell it to me, all's fair. As far as I'm concerned, all's fair. Because I want to give you my money, right, companies? I would like to give you money for said product. I am willing to pay maybe more for said product. But if you don't do it, I'm going to find alternatives. Files for all of the out-of-print Marvel Champions stuff. That's amazing. I love it. I love that the community has done that. I think they have a PDF for the Lord of the Rings stuff that are out of print that gives permission to proxy print. Yeah, I had to submit that, and even then it was a pain. They were like, is this official? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it says it's official. The free gift is Metal Fate tokens for Chronicles. Okay. That's my fate. That's my stance for retro games. Yeah. Exactly. I want to pay you. It's not like I'm not trying to pay you. But yeah, whatever. I have to get my mat too. I forgot I have a mat. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have a mat for Ashes, and it's over there, so I have to grab that too. They hit Simpsons Lord of the Rings proxy. That's amazing. I love some of the custom content stuff they come out with. Should I buy Delve? I like I said, I'll be getting the small boxes soon enough. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get to the big stuff, I can't help you yet. But I think not that they play similar, but maybe you can get a feel for it. But once we get them, I'll be playing them. I'm going to assume probably the first week of February I'll get them, because next week I'm out of town. So that next week I'll probably do it on a Monday, because I want to keep Arkham going, because Innsmouth I've enjoyed. 340 per sheet for 18 cards, but that goes down quickly the more you order. I think around 400 cards is 50. Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah, it's actually a really good price. If Chronicles is as good as Sleeping Gods, I might fork over 280 for it. There you go. Yeah, everything I've heard is they're good. Not last year. Not this past PAX Unplugged, but the one before, Novels and I went to. And I was asking them to demo the game for me. And the lady who worked there didn't know how to play the game, but she worked there. Which, like, I get that you want to know all the intricacies of the game, but you should have a rough idea. So I was like, well, I can't buy it then. Because, like, she couldn't show me how to play it. And no one there knew how to play their own game. I was like, okay. So they showed me a different one. I was like, that's lovely. I'm not getting that. I think they showed me the Rain one, A Gentle Rain. And then I got it later because they gave it to me for free. Because they're like, yeah, just put it in your channel and do it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then, of course, they sent me like the most busted up box, but whatever. You don't play with the box, so I don't really care. Send the janitor over to teach you to play. There you go. But yeah, so it's just it's one of those weird things. They're just like, no one here knows how to play that game. It's like, really? There's 5 of you and not one person has like a rough, like, that's what I told her. I was like, I'm not looking for like the intricacies of it, just like a rough idea. And she's like, yeah, we don't know. I was like, cool. Okay. Interesting business strategy. I was like, can you give me just like a really rough idea? And she started reading me the back of the box. And I was like, okay, I understand you're trying. And I appreciate you trying. But that's okay. And she was working the station to do it. Whatever. Say love it. But anyway, I know people have said good things about it. I'll take a risk on it. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be terrible. Maybe I'll be selling that too. All right, let me get some Ashes stuff. Let me get the Ashes playmat. Couldn't you read the rule book on the trip over? At what, PAX Unplugged? I could have just sat there and read the... Oh, for them? Yeah. I was like, I guess I could have, but I had other stuff to do. Send your friend request in Discord. All right. Actually, I think we need this. What's my tabletop look like? How bad is this? Every time we play a game where like we have to bring the camera out, everything's always a mess. Before you played, did I play through a Delve? During COVID, they played every Vita Lacerda game. Is that the husband and wife? Monique and what's his name? I remember her name because she does a lot more solo stuff. I like them. Never met them, but I heard they're really nice people. Yeah, Monique. It sounds so bad. I just don't know his name. I feel bad. Is the Ashes crowdfunding campaign fully distributed now? I kind of regret not backing, but I also saved a lot of money. We'll probably get the core sometime this year at least. Yeah, I think they officially got everything out the door. And as you should regret not getting Ashes. Wait, Josh, did you play the rest of Ashes yet or no? I think you still get the bundle? Probably. I mean, the thing is, like, it'll never go out of print, right? Alright, I have to remember what does what. Few places still have it? Alright. I feel like they were pretty fast for such a big campaign. Yeah. I think they only delayed a little bit on it. Like, it was pretty well done overall. Okay. Alright, who did we use? Ready spells. Behavior. Bard. Alright, so Frost Peak I think we did. You have to do the other one, right? So I have OG Ashes. Which OG Ashes do you have? So if you have the really, really old one, you might need the upgrade kit, but I'm not 100% sure. But to play it solo, you need the Red Rains box. Like the first one. That's the one that's going to have a board like this. And the dice that you need. I think we did him. Yeah, I think we need to do her. 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Does the Ascendancy core box have a decent amount of gameplay in it? No. It's the worst part of it, to be honest. It is not worth the $50. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Game Nerds for cheaper now. I think on Game Nerds it's like 25, 30 bucks. So I would get it for that price. Like, that price is fair. What they were really originally asking was too much. I just did to support the company. New Ashes Neoprene for Dragonborn is up for pre-order on Etsy. Yo, really? All right, I have to get that. All right, so which... I guess this is her dice? Yeah, those are hers. So she's the blue one. All right, so purple goes away. Planet Games has it. Not sure if they are legit. I have a neoprene version for the Red Rains, and it's definitely a separate person that did it, which I was fine with. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Uh-oh. One of these cards doesn't belong in here. Summon Frost Talon, Summer Spark Drone. No, these aren't right. Summon Thunder Hulk. Spark Drone, okay. Let's go with these. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You don't need Ascendancy. I'm sorry. I might have misread that. I thought he was talking about the old stuff. So the old stuff, Ashes Reborn, you need Red Rains. Ascendancy, everything in the box, you're good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Sorry, I might have misunderstood that. Go to camera really fast. Zoom in just a little on that. Okay, cool. Okay, so she goes there. These are all good. All right, I have to remember. Where's the book? I have to remember how to set that up. The one on the table now? Yeah, so this one, just Ascendancy alone. That's all you need. My bad. I'm sorry if I misunderstood that. All right, so when playing PvE, choose a Dragonborn. There's only one. They are coming out with the expansion soon. True, yes. So you can play old decks versus Ascendancy stuff. So any deck you buy, right? Yeah, Canadian. So if you want to play any of the old villains, right? The Dragonborn or Chimeras from the old box, you need the Red Rain stuff. If you're playing with just Phoenixborn, you can use any Phoenixborn for that. So if you just have the OG box, you can use those people against this Dragonborn. That's not a problem. And I think, so for example, all right, so this is the Red Rain stuff. Like this box, End of Argaia, which I can sell to you if you don't have, Flood, this one. To play the Chimera that's in here, you need this box. This box, Corpse of Heroes, is a little more because it has the board in it and the dice that you need. But if you just bought Heroes, right, or Phoenixborn, you can play them against New Ascendancy. The first pre-order for the New Ascendancy stuff is up on this website, which I should not speak of. All right. Dragonborn. Okay, I think we're good. We'll do 0 threat tokens in the beginning. Behaviors there. Stamina 2 goes on the bottom. This gets shuffled. Didn't know there was beef. I just don't think there is no beef between me and them. I just don't know since they're competitors, technically. Well, no, they don't really. Team C doesn't really sell tokens anymore, I guess, now, right? So I guess they're not as big of a thing anymore. Because Team C used to, and I don't think I was really allowed to, like, mention them. But I guess since they don't really sell tokens anymore, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is look at the threat on the card. Is this camera working? Oh, it is working. Is it gonna work? Yeah, it mostly works. So we have to do poach, which we'll do when we do it, and has threat 4. Threat 4 means how many cards start off on the table. Yeah, I think they are too. So I think it's okay now. All right. So, one of the... Let me get my tokens. One of the fun new things about... Not new. I shouldn't say new. I don't know why I said new. One of the fun things about Ashes that you may or may not know is that the way it works is you don't mulligan anything in the beginning. You actually start with the 5 cards you want to start. Now, I've never played your deck, so I don't know which ones are the best. But I do know I want to summon some stuff. And a Thunder Hulk sounds pretty cool. So you get to start with any 5 cards that you want. But they can't be duplicates. I guess we'll get both summons out there. All right. And then you shuffle the rest. So it's one of the fun things about this game that I really enjoy is that, like, there are times in the old game where it's just like, The best, hey, Chris, how's it going? Usually all summons and allies. Yeah, that's generally how I stick with it too. All right, so draw 2 cards, place an artifice die from your exhausted pool and a card you control. Okay. Cool. All right, what do I got going on here? So, the B is the best, then the gear, then obviously basic. Can you see this in the bottom? Yeah, you can see this. All right, gear. B power. All right, cool. All right, so when you play it, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 for initial aspects? I mean, this? It's random, right? So the way that this is going to work, roughly, is we as the first player. Does it really alternate? Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. We'll just do that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you. All right. So, the way that this works, from what I remember, is it plays pretty similar to old Ashes Reborn. There's a few differences, and I'll get tripped up on those differences, so I'll work through it the best I can. But we start as first player, and you basically do your main action and a side action if you want. They do not have to be in that order. You could do side action first and then main action, but you have to take a main action, and then they'll do theirs. And theirs is pretty simple in how it works, which we'll go through. And I just remember their poach thing at the start of their turn. We have to do that. Okay, that's fine. That's actually an easy one. But we do our action, they do theirs, ours, theirs. And we keep going so you can't do things. So when they're done doing things, then they're done. And we don't have to worry about anything else. And then when we're done, we're done. When both of us are done, then the game moves to the next section and whatnot. And then we move on from there. So we did our player setup with everything. We did the Dragonborn setup. So a rough overview. So in the first round, we don't do the dragon phase, so we won't really worry about that yet. Hey, CyberJace, how's it going? And we'll get into what that is in a bit. And I'll just read through this, one for my own memory and two just to like help explain things as we go along. So we do the prepare phase. So we roll our dice. We have done that. We have organized them. We may discard cards from your hand and you draw your 5 cards. Again, you already set up by setting up the 5 that you want in the beginning. And then we actually do our turn. So again, our player phase goes. And then the recovery phase, end of game, and all that fun stuff. Now their turn. They resolve status abilities at the start of their turn. So sometimes you'll see green tokens out here and they do their thing and that's fine. We have to determine behavior. So following the instructions, the behavior card, which is this guy. So it will say like, actually, wait, I can show you the behavior card. So it says at the start of the Dragonborn's turn, resolve the Dragonborn status ability, which is this poach thing, which we'll do in a second. And then it's aspect statuses from left to right. So if there's any cards that reveal that have statuses, we'll go into them and you'll see them as we go along. If there is any face down aspect cards, which there are currently, we roll a basic die and resolve the corresponding behavior. So we roll whatever it is, then we do the thing. If there is none, we attack if able. If not, they pass. So their entire way that they work is going to be on that behavior card. They have ready spells, which we deal with later. Progress we deal with later. And then her thing is poach. So at the start of the Dragonborn's turn, remove 1 status token from this card. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target leftmost unit, or the target Phoenixborn if they control no units. So we'll check that to see if there's any status tokens on that card. She gets them randomly from different things and whatnot. So we just do what the thing says, and we'll roll the dice and do what the dice say. That's really it. There is to worry about, I think, for now. Yeah, ready spells they instruct us with. As cards flip over, we'll do different things. Okay, pretty simple. So it's our first turn, it's our turn. So we have to take a main action. So for those that don't know, the main action on your cards, so like for this is the summon Thunderhulk, right? We can't just summon it right away. We have to put the card in play. So in the top right is where it shows what the card costs. So all this costs in the beginning is your main action. That's the symbol for a main action. If they have a symbol like that one, that's what a side action is. So those are the 2 symbols you're kind of looking out for. So if I wanted to put this card on the table, it just costs a main action. I can't summon it yet because once it's on the table, then I can do the things in the bottom, which says main action. You exhaust this card. You spend these 2 dice to play a Thunderhulk conjuration onto your battlefield. And again, I'll explain as we go along. Just so you know, this is your spell board. This is the battlefield. You can't put unlimited things out there. Your Phoenixborn will tell you how much you can put out there. So my Phoenixborn has 18 life. So once she gets 18 damage, she's dead. And that's sad. She can put 5 people out on the battlefield, and she can have 5 spells on the card. She also has a side action, which is inspiration. It's a side action. Exhaust this card. Spend 1 of those dice to draw 2 cards and place an artifice dice from your exhausted pool, which will be over here once I use the dice, onto a card you control, which will probably buff them or something. It will charge it. So we'll see that in a bit. So that's the rough idea of how it plays. I always equate this a lot to chess, that you kind of have to think moves ahead, because I know that one of these 3 outcomes is going to happen, and most likely it's going to be revealing cards in the beginning. So I kind of want to try to set up faster than they do to get the advantage. Then after we all finish, they will be player number 1, and then they will start a little faster and do things, and then we'll stink. So I think for the first thing we will do is place for our main action the summon Thunderhulk card. So all we're doing is placing that out there. There's nothing else we can do. We can't actually summon it now because it uses another main action to summon. And you can't use 2 main actions. So we just have 1 main action. All right. That's our main action. Side action. For those that don't know, the way to pay for a lot of these cards is by using these dice. One of the things that's nice with Ashes is that even if I rolled really, really poorly, there are ways to change these dice. So, here we go. So you can basically play off this card, and it shows your main actions are to pay that cost. You can attack or you can just pass, which is just like you're done. Your side action to pay that cost, activate a dice power, which is on her card for this, which just says side action, take a B, place this die on a card you control. A card with an artifice dice on it is considered to have been charged. Once for each artifice dice on it. I don't know what that means yet. I'm sure we'll figure it out together. And then the other thing you do is meditate. Meditating is when basically you either discard a card from your hand to change a die value to whatever you want. So I could take the worst value and make it the best value. Or if you don't want to discard things from your hand, you can discard from the top of your deck. Now, again, one of the big differences with this game is that once you deck out, you don't reshuffle. So you kind of want to be a little careful with it because you just don't want to keep discarding everything if it doesn't make sense, because you start taking damage if you can't draw cards. It's really bad. Don't do it. Okay. So that was our main action. That's all we're going to do. So then we go to the Dragonborn's card. And we look at the behavior card. So at the start of the Dragonborn's turn, resolve their status ability, which just says at the start of Dragonborn's turn, remove 1 status token from this card. There is none, so we don't have to do anything. And then if there's any face-down aspects, there's still 4. So we will roll a basic dragon die and resolve the corresponding behavior. So we take one of the dice, and it's a crown. The crown states, as a side action, activate the Dragonborn's ready spell. Sad. So the ready spell states the target opposing player, which is me, must lower 1 non-basic die in their activated pool level. So this is my pool level. So I'll take one of the middle dice and move it down to a basic. Sad. Okay. Did that. Then we just reveal a card. You reveal left to right at all times, right? This game is very important with left to right. So you can't rearrange your battlefield or stuff like that. It stays in the order in which it's put out. We put that die up there. Anytime it's a non-basic, it goes up into this spot. And we reveal this card. I get feathers. So it's an enemy with 1 attack, 1 life, 1 blood. They have a shield, which means they'll defend for attack. So we'll get into that in a little bit. When this unit is destroyed, remove 1 exhausted token from the leftmost aspect on this battlefield. So if things are exhausted, things are going to happen. All right, welcome back, Cap. All right, so that's all their turn is. They are now done. Now it's our turn. I probably want to summon a Hulk because they seem like fun to have on the table. So this was already ready in my bottom area. So we do a main action. That's what we're doing now. We have to exhaust this card and spend one of those gear, looks like a gear to me, and a basic die. So main action, exhaust the card, spend a gear and a basic. This is now our exhausted pool. So we are done with those dice. We cannot use them right now. And we place a Thunderhulk Conjuration onto your battlefield. So there's 2 decks that you have and the backs are different. That's how you can quickly tell them. Anything with this dark back is conjuration spells. They do not get shuffled in. They're just on a side thing by themselves. The white back ones are just like your normal cards. So Thunderhulk comes in on the battlefield. So he states 3 attack, 3 life. This unit cannot attack unless it's charged. So I'll have to charge it up to attack it. And after this unit destroys a unit, an opponent controls by attacking, deal 1 damage to the opponent's target Phoenixborn. When you're playing PvP, anytime it references someone's Phoenixborn, you just substitute with Dragonborn. You don't have to worry about the wording too much and be like, they don't have a Phoenixborn. It's okay. Their Dragonborn is a Phoenixborn. So we cannot do that until we charge the card, which means we could do her side action to draw 2 cards and charge this up. Which seems worthwhile. Yeah, might as well, right? So we'll do our side action, which is exhaust this card, spend the gear. And then we draw 2 cards. Oh, wow. Okay. And place an artifice die from your exhausted pool under a card you control. So we'll just take a basic one. That's fine. Place it on there. Hey, Elman, welcome to chat. So that is charged up now. Now I can attack with the not Incredible Hulk, the Thunder Hulk. So that was a main and side action. I'm doing well. How are you doing? That was my main and my side. So I can't do anything else. So now again, we go to that. Read the behavior card. First thing we do is the top thing. There are no status tokens. So we have nothing to do there. Cool. Then, is it still out of print? This one? No, it's in print. I'm pretty sure it's in print. So again, we look at the behavior card. Do the top thing at the start. Do their ability. There's nothing there to do. There's no other abilities on things, so we don't have to worry about that. There is face down still, so we just roll a die. It is a basic die, which says attack if able, if not reveal. Yeah, you can get it on Playhat Games. So, attack if able. This card is able to attack. Now, the weirdest thing with this game is attacking. Once you learn it, you're good. So, wait, I don't think that attacks because they don't have a symbol. Let me double check. Yeah, actually, no. This card can't attack. It doesn't have an attack symbol. So what happens on most cards is there'll be a symbol here that shows like they would attack a certain way. But yes, as their shield, they do not. So they cannot attack. They are not able. So then we just reveal, because that's what the behavior card up here said. So reveal the second one, which is Bird Hunter. 3/3/2 stat line. It comes with overkill. It will be targeting my Phoenix Born. That's what this symbol means here. As a unit destroys a unit the opponent player controls, deal 1 damage to that opponent's target Phoenix Born. Sad. Okay. Now it's our turn. So with our main action, we could, if we wanted to, attack this shield card. We can't attack any other card. Shield cards have to be attacked first. It's not always advantageous to attack right away. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You have to kind of decide on your own. I actually don't hate taking that out. The reason being is if we take out this card, when this unit is destroyed, it says remove 1 exhausted token from the leftmost aspect on this battlefield. Nothing's exhausted yet, so it wouldn't do anything, which is kind of nice. Plus, when our Thunder Hulk destroys things, we deal 1 damage to her, which is also nice. I don't hate that. She has 30 life. Or Hulk's one of your favorite things? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if we play it, there's a chance that this card attacks and then it's exhausted and then we're like ready back up, which we don't want. So I think we're going to do that. Now, the way attacking works in this game is that things hit each other at the same exact time. Okay. So they have 1 damage, 1 life, and 1 blood, which we'll get into in a second. I have 3 life, 3 attack, but I won't recover anything, which is sad. So I deal 3 damage to it. It deals 1 damage to me. So I take my 1 damage. There it is. Plop that on. So I have 1 damage on my 3 life. And then I deal 3 damage to it. It kills it. So when this dies, it has an amount called blood. All that means is that I also deal damage for the blood value onto the Dragonborn. It's just to help keep it balanced so that like you're not taking forever. So we deal 1 damage onto that. Cool. That was my main action. I don't think I could do any side actions. No. That's all I could do. All right. Now it's their turn. Again, behavior. We would do this at the start of Dragonborn's turn. Overkill damage. Oh, that's right. Yes. Sorry. Thank you. So I also deal overkill damage, which is 1 extra damage. Thank you. Thank you. So overkill, let's do 1 damage. There we go. Overkill, let's do 1 damage. And then the blood had 1 damage as well. Yeah, it's just 1 damage. I want to make sure it wasn't like excess damage. So that's good. All right. So now she would do her poach ability at the start of the Dragonborn's turn. Remove 1 status token from the card. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing player's leftmost unit. There is nothing on there, so we don't do anything. There are still face down cards. So we roll their die. Is a horse, which seems not good. Trample would be nice, yeah. So we have to reveal and attack with the revealed aspect if able. So as we reveal this one, it's going to attack if it can. 2/1/1. When this unit comes into play, the target opposing player must lower 1 power die in their active pool 2 levels. If they cannot, place 1 status token on the Dragonborn. Okay, so the B goes all the way down. That stinks. Horse. So they're going to deal 2 damage and they're targeting my Phoenixborn. That's what that center thing means. So we're going to exhaust them because they're attacking. I'm just going to take the 2 damage on there. That's fine. 1, 2. Cool. The pony? The prancing pony? So that's 1 damage. And now they're exhausted. The reason that them being exhausted is important now is because exhausted characters cannot attack back. So if I attacked this card, it doesn't hit me back, which is really nice. So that's that. That was everything they could do. They are done. Now it is our turn. A dragon die? It's called a horse. As soon as it comes to play, place 2 artifice die from your exhausted pool onto cards you control. All right, let's do. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna just put this into play. So that's our main action, and this is to get the spark drones, hopefully eventually. Side action, I'm not gonna do anything yet in case I have to like lower dice yet. I don't want to have to lower a big die yet, so we're not gonna do that. Okay. So that's all my turn. Their turn. Nothing to remove. They roll a die. It is a crown. Excuse me. Activate the Dragonborn's Ready spell. Again, nothing happens. And then reveal a card. So now we're revealing the last one, which is Dragon's Rage. So it is going to attack my leftmost unit. When this unit is declared as an attacker, place 1 status token on the Dragonborn. It attacks for a lot. 4, 3, 2. So it's probably going to kill my Thunderhulk, which is super sad. That's actually really sad. Unless we can figure out how to do something with it. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. Okay. What is it? The spell lowers your die? Which spell? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. We do have the lower one. I'm sorry. You're right. All right. So we have all basic dice. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. I keep forgetting that's not the spell. That's status. Okay. Yeah. We're going to do the ready spell. Okay. So. All right, I need to get 1 die higher. So we're going to do a side action. All right, I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna take a card and discard it. Reconfigure. I'm gonna change this to the highest value because why not? And I think we get a spark drone out there to basically take a hit for us. Not for us, for the Thunderhawk. So that was our side action. Our main action is we're going to exhaust this card. You can spend dice of a higher level, but not a lower level. Out of control, welcome. So we'll spend a higher level. And put a spark drone out there. So he pops out there. Cool. All right, so now it's their turn. They do not have a token on there. So we don't do their poach ability. So we don't do their status ability. If there's any face down aspects, there are no face down aspects left. So if there are none, you attack if able. So this leftmost card is able to attack, so it's going to do that. So it's going to be attacking for 3. It's going to attack our Dragonborn, or Phoenixborn, sorry. And after this unit destroys a unit the opponent player controls by attacking, deal 1 damage to the opponent's Phoenixborn. So they're just going to deal 3 damage to Issa. She's up to 5 damage out of her 18 life. She's going to take that hit. That's fine. Okay, that's their turn. My turn. Let's do... God, having so many basics right now is rough. I'm going to get rid of my systems drafter to upgrade this die as a meditate. And then as our main action, we're going to do main action. Sorry, I should show it. Main action, a gear, but we're going to use a B and a basic die. And then we attach this. When attaching this spell, place an artifice die from your exhausted pool onto the attached unit. These are all units. This now gives him more attack, more life, and allows him to recover 1. And we place a die on him, I guess. So place on Thunderhawk. So unfortunately, he takes 2 of our dice for right now. I pre-ordered this back in December, just waiting for it to arrive. What would you recommend getting after this for solo play? The next expansion is coming out soon, so I would kind of wait for that. And then any Phoenixborn that interests you, maybe get them. The Red Rain stuff I wouldn't worry about too much right now. Oh, I forgot to exhaust this. Sorry. This is exhausted because they already attacked. But I would get this, play with it a little bit, and then decide if you want to wait until the next expansion comes out, which should be in a couple months or whatever. So, in order for D20 to forgive you, you must gift me a sub. All right, so that was our main action, was placing that out. Now it's their turn. Again, they don't have a thing. There's only 1 card left. So, when this unit is declared as an attacker, place 1 status token on the Phoenixborn. So we'll have to do that next time. And she's going to attack my leftmost unit. The Spark Drone is a unit guard. So this unit may guard a unit that is being attacked. We're for sure going to do that. So they're going to guard. They're going to take the hit and they die. The Spark Drone dies. Now, this doesn't go in your discard pile because it's a special back card. This goes back into your conjuration pile. Now, all their stuff is exhausted, so they're going to be passing in the future after she does her thing there. So we get a couple turns to do things. I'm going to do main action. Just put another summon Spark Drone down there. Yeah, we'll do that for now. I guess put them all out. All right, that's it for me. Now for her turn, we have to do our poach. At the start of the Dragonborn's turn ability, remove 1 status token from this card. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing player's leftmost unit. So he takes 1 damage. All right, so he's up to 2 damage. That's fine. And then now they're going to pass. So they're not going to do anything for the foreseeable future. Now it's just me. Out of control. Thank you for using your Prime sub, dude. Appreciate the support. All right, so my turn. I'll use a main action. I'll put the other summon Spark Drone out there. That's it for me right now. Now, I will, before I do that, I'll meditate. Discard a card. Make this a B. They have passed, so they're just passing now. Now it's our turn. I will play this guy as my main action. So his main action, gear and a basic die. So we get to use the 2 of them. Use a B and a basic. When his unit comes into play, place 2 artifice dice from your exhausted pool onto cards you control. So we could put them on here. They go. They pass. Our turn. Ugh. It's going to be rough. Okay. So I could main action to get this going, which is probably what we want to do. So let me side action meditate. Brilliant display. Sad. To change this value up to the gear, that's fine. Then our main action, use this gear, place a Spark Drone Conjuration onto the battlefield. If this spell is charged, which it is, change 2 dice in your active pool to a side of your choice. So we'll change it to the gear side. They are passing still, so it's our turn. I will exhaust this one, use this one, and place 1 more Spark Drone out here. They pass. Our turn. So the core supplier guy can attack for 2. They have 3 life. They have 3 life. They have 1 life. I'd rather take out the 1. They're not going to attack me back because they're exhausted. So I could take out this unit. When this unit comes into play... Okay, that's fine. So we kill this unit. It has 1 blood. Which means we deal 1 damage here. And I would like to deal more damage to things, but I simply cannot. Okay. So they would go. They would pass. I would go. I would pass. Roll for block. It's not a thing in this one anymore, right? Is it still a thing? What is block? I think that's not basic. I keep forgetting that. Oh, we didn't do that before. I keep forgetting that's a thing in this one. If it's just a... If it's a basic, they do block. If it's not a basic, they don't, right? Basic block. Okay. Really quick. Let me take this off in case we messed up. Not a basic. Don't block. Oh, yeah. The other one had a shield. So they don't block. We do this. The 1 goes back. Okay. Cool. They pass. I pass. The Spark Drones can't do anything. So, I think we're good. We have a Hulk 4 times. And then when this fills out, she just gets a status token on her, right? Is that what happens? Because of the green. Correct? Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the end of a round. So, we now do the recovery phase. So, first we recover. Remove any number of wound tokens to your recover value. So they usually have none, but they currently have 1 because of the suit. So we remove 1 of these. Cool. Remove exhaustion tokens. Cool. Exhaust dice. Move all dice on cards you control to their owner's exhausted pools, and then move any number of dice from your active pool to your exhausted ones. So all the ones that are on my cards. go back to where they are. Okay, cool. So now we do the dragon phase, which is the cleanse. Excuse me. So the dragon board discards cards it controls but does not own. So if I had like any cards out there, we'd get rid of it, but we're good. So place one status token on the dragon board for each face-up aspect. For each face-up aspect of status ability, refill the status ability token. So it gets 2 statuses. Status-I. So we have that. Which is going to stink for my Hulk. Replenish aspects. Add face-down aspects equal... Sorry, add face-down aspect cards to each Dragonborn's battlefield until the battlefield has a number of aspects, face-up or face-down, equal to the threat value. Our threat is 4, so we put 2 more out there. Cool. And then resolve the bottom text of the Dragonborn's ready spell. And this is the progress, and then we go on from there. So the bottom half says, deal 1 damage to all opposing players' units. Remove this ready spell from the game, progressing the spell 2. So they take a damage. Sad. Damn, it's just units, right? Yeah, just units. So it's not my Phoenix Born. 1. They don't take damage because they're not a unit. Then we now go to the second ready spell. They are now first player. So they go first now. Okay. God, we're going to lose a Hulk. Probably going to have to attack with that right away. Oh, we have to do... Sorry, we have to do our stuff. So we have to roll our dice. B. Basic. One B and a bunch of mid-tier cards. We could discard any cards if we wanted to, and you draw back up to your hand size of 5. So we have no cards, so 3, 4, 5. We just draw up to 5. Another Thunder Suit, some System Drafters, which could be good to put a thing on the Hulk so I can attack next round. And Recharge. Oh, recharging the Hulk might be the way to go. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Cool. So we got everything set up. Again, they're first player, so now they go. So the first thing we have to do is remove her token. So remove a status token. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing player's leftmost target unit. So unfortunately, the Hulk takes damage. On the Spark Drones, you just stack the cards on top of each other because yes, I could if there was a focus thing on them. 100% true if I wanted to take up less space, but I have all this room. But yes, you're right. They could be focused, and you could put them all on top of each other like this. They don't have a focus ability though. Okay, so that's that. And then Thunder Hulk, strongest one there is. Yeah, we're going to have to move that Thunder Hulk over, though. That's good. We did that. Okay, so now we rolled our die. It's a crown. Activate the ready spell. So deal 1 damage to the opposing player's choice of their target. I'm sorry, I can't read this. Deal 1 damage to the opposing player's choice of their target, rightmost unit or Phoenix Born. We'll do it to the drone for now. That's fine. So that was the ready spell. And then we reveal a card. But first, all these go back to basic. And they get another status token. What did I say? Reveal. So reveal next card. The Feathers one. When this unit is destroyed, remove 1 exhausted token from the leftmost card. It is a defense card. Okay. Now it's our turn. Our Hulk can't attack yet. Sad Hulk is sad. We need to charge him up. Needs energy. So what we can do is get the Systems Drafter out there. No, not the Systems Drafter. No, hold on. We could do that to charge Hulk, but I don't know if we want to get another Hulk out there and just have this guy defend. Well, he can't attack. Ugh, okay. As unit comes to the play, remove one exhaustion token from a ready spell. Oh, okay, that's that. I don't know if we want to stack more thunder suits on him and just make him crazy. But that seems crazy. He can counter though. Yeah, so he can counter, which is true. Which will be good for this one. So I'm wondering if we just prepare another Hulk. Right? So if we get another Hulk out there and just buff him up because he's probably going to die because of this stuff. Actually, he's for sure going to die because of that. Yeah, so there's no real reason. So if that's going to kill him anyway, might as well get a new Hulk. I think that makes sense. Look at that. I haven't done this one yet, so this might be the strategy. So we'll summon Thunder Hulk. Main action, exhaust this card. Use these 2 dice. And place a new Hulk out there. We have 2 Hulks. So he's dormant. He just chills. That was our main action. Side action. Do we do her now? Yeah, let's do it. We exhaust her, spend a cog thing to draw 2 cards. Brilliant Display and Barrier. I'll have to look that up. Place an Artifice die from the exhausted pool on a card you control. So we'll charge that unit up. So he's good to go. All right, what does Brilliant Display do? Action spell, resolve the following effect once for each Artifice die you control, deal 1 damage. Okay, that's good. Oh, Barrier is interesting. Barrier can shield if they're charged up, which is nice. But they're not, so we can't do it on that. But we could protect our Hulk if we do it on him. Okay. Their turn. She's going to deal 1 damage to this guy. He's got 5 life, so he's almost dead, unfortunately. And we do have a face down card. So we roll. It is a crown. So we activate our spell. Deal 1 damage to our Phoenixborn or rightmost unit. We're going to do it to the Phoenixborn for right now. That was that spell. And then we reveal a card. This is the last card to reveal. Rapid Flight Aspect. Quick Strike. When this unit is attacking, it deals damage before the card it's in battle with. So it's going to deal damage first, and then we hit after the fact. It's going to attack our rightmost unit, which is our Hulk. We do have a little bit until we get to it. So hopefully that works out for us. All right. So their next turn, she's just going to deal damage to take out this Thunder Hulk, unfortunately. There's not too much we can do about that. We can use the drone to protect this. We'll see. We actually, if this Hulk gets knocked out, we could put the Systems Drafter in play. And then when this unit comes into play, remove 1 exhaustion token from a ready spell. So we could just try to get another Hulk back into play. All right, let's do main action. We're going to put the suit on him. So it's a main action, a gear, and a basic. So he's charged up and he's ready to go if and when we're ready to attack with him. Okay. That's it for us for main actions. Right? Right. Yeah. Okay. She's going to go. This is going to deal the final damage here, which is sad. This Hulk now dies. He goes back to the pile. Thundersuit goes to the graveyard. Slide everything over. So now they don't roll any more dice. We just attack left to right at this time. So this one's going to attack first. It's attacking my main unit. Or I'm sorry, my Phoenixborn. After this unit destroys the unit the opposing player controls, you deal 1 damage. Worry about that later. So they're going to exhaust and deal 3 damage. We're just going to take it. There's nothing else we can do. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 damage. So she's halfway dead. Okay, that was their action. Our turn. All right, let's do main action. Let's get the systems drafter out there. So it's going to be main action with a gear. So we'll remove this one. And then she comes into play. And when she does, remove 1 exhaustion token from a ready spell. So we'll move from that. That was my main action. Now it's her turn. All right, so no more tokens on here. There are no face-down cards, so this is going to attack my leftmost unit. And when this unit is declared as an attacker, place one status token on her. So I'll deal with that in a second. Let's have the Spark Drone take this hit. So a Spark Drone is going to take the hit because this unit may guard for a unit being attacked. So it's going to guard for this one that's being attacked. So they're knocked out. All right, our turn. Now, this guy is going to die anyway because of this. So we might as well have him attack the shield. Oh, but it's going to unexhaust this one. Shoot, I should have done that earlier. But if I... No, it's probably our best bet, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to do it. He's going to attack the shield. They deal 1 damage to each other. 1 blood. Ugh. This card gets unexhausted because of her ability. Okay. Their turn now. They remove 1. Deals 1 damage to my Hulk. Bird Hunter is going to attack my gal again. So it's going to just give me another 3 damage. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god. So up to 12. Let's just get one of the bigger tokens. 10. I think I have a 10 token, do I? No. All right, so it's a 12 at 18. And this card exhausts. All right, our turn. Let's do... Let's get a... Oh, wait. Let's top deck. Oh, wait, no. We don't have top deck. I'm sorry. I read the card wrong. Let's summon a Thunderhulk. This and this. Oops, that's not it. There. 30, yeah. There. All right, they're in play. They're done. So now... Oh, wait. Nah. Yeah, this is fine for now. Okay. We're going to... 4 damage. We're working on it. They're going to attack my rightmost unit, deal 2 damage. And they're going to be done. Now it's our turn. I'm going to throw away a barrier to charge this up. And then main action. Use these two. Place the suit on it. And we can put a die on here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Counters for 2. Or it counters for 3. You're right, you're right. Wait, it can counter, right? It says we can't attack. But does countering count as an attack or no? Yeah, because they attack... Oh, but that would exhaust it. Yeah. All right. So that's good. Our turn. Sorry, was our turn that we just put that on? I got distracted. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So that's the end of our turn. Their turn. They're not going to do anything. That's fine. Our turn. Let's do... We can't play any more cards. Sad. But we can start attacking now. So... Let's try to have the Systems Drafter deal 1 damage to this card. Okay, deals the 1 damage. Knocks it out. They only have 1 life. And does 1 blood. Which brings us up to 5. They go. There is nothing for them to do. They pass to me. Let's have this Hulk try attack Dragon's Rage. They're going to defend. Jeez. All right, so we deal 5 damage to it. It knocks it out. They don't hit us back because they're exhausted. And it does 2 damage here off the blood. Then, after you destroy a unit, deal 1 damage to the Phoenixborn. So it's 1 there. So they're up to 8. It's their turn. Can't do anything. So it's our turn. We're going to have this guy attack now. This card. Okay, so it's a basic. So it attacks them instead for 5 damage. So we'll take a 5 off and put a 10 on. So they're up to 13 damage. So we're almost halfway there on that card. They pass. I pass. It's because nothing we can do. We're good to go. All right. So now we recover. So recovery is now 1. None. Recovers 1. Cool. Remove exhaustion tokens from everything. Cool. Exhauster dice. These go away. Cool. Now they do their cleanse phase, which they don't have any cards. They gain status. Oh, gain like status tokens. Right, that's what this gain status tokens. There's nothing left to do with that. Yeah. We place 1 status token Dragonborn for each face-up aspect card. Hey, Beast, how's it going? Okay, replenish the aspects. This was up to 4. Then progress. So, deal 3 damage to each opposing player's leftmost unit. Remove this ready spell from the game. Jeez, 3 damage. Hulk does not like that. And then remove this card and progress the ready spell 3. Alright, that's that. We are now the first player again. Roll all of our dice. Hey, we got a few B's this time. Let's go. Cool. We can discard cards. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, we'll just draw 2 because I don't want to deck out or anything. Barrier and reconfigure. Okay. All right, so now it's our turn. Okay. We do need to power up cards though. Oh, the Thunderhulk is rough. Oops, I put that in the 5. My bad. Hmm. How'd you like it, Star Wars Deck Builder? All right, let's do our side action. Or actually, no, before we do that, let's do a main action. Let's put a spark drone out there. Do that. Place a spark drone out there. So they're good. And side action, we'll exhaust her. Spend the gear. Draw 2 cards. Summon another Thunderhulk and reconfigure. Okay. And then place die, exhaust another card you control. We'll put it on this Hulk because he's like a little protected, so that should be good. Okay, their turn. They remove their status token, deal 1 damage to this guy. He has 1 life left. Nothing else. So we roll a die as a basic. So attack if able. We are able. So they're going to attack our Phoenix Born for 3. Nothing we could do. So it's going to be 13, 14, wait, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3 away from dying. Sad. Okay. Oh, the Hulks are rough. Yeah, I could. I just wanted to like make it a little bit further, you know. Yeah. I was hoping to keep them alive in case I needed to like block for something else, you know. Sometimes that strategy works. But that might not have been the best one to do. All right, let's just try to be a little aggressive. We're gonna have Thunderhulk attack this unit. Deals enough damage, knocks them out. That was 2 blood. This is up to 15. Plus we deal 1 additional damage for overkill. As side action, we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll do reconfigure and just place it there. Just basically, let's just move a die around if we want to move this to there or something like that. That's fine. All right. Their turn. Does that. Crown. Activate their spell. The target opponent player may discard 1 card from their hand or off top of their draw pile. If they do not or cannot deal 1 damage to a target Phoenix Born. Alright, so we'll remove Brilliant Display for now. They get a status token. And then what was that? A crown. So reveal a card. Oh, good. Dragon Rage. When this unit is declared as an attacker, place 1 status. Okay. I guess we could just keep getting spark drones out there to defend everything, right? Like, that's going to take out that Thunderhulk, so we might as well keep things for that. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see how that does. Spend the gear. Get another spark drone out there. Okay. Their turn. This removes one. He dies. And they roll a card, or roll a thing. Activate the Dragonborn spell, so discard a card at the top of their hand or deck. You know, we're going to remove one of the Thunderhulk cards. Because I don't think I'll really be able to do two. Then what was it? Reveal. Spear. Start Dragonborn's turn. Remove one status token from here. Deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. Well, son of a gun. Okay, we kind of need to get rid of that. True team, but he goes to bed a lot easier than spending 10 minutes with him. That's nice. All right, so what I'm thinking is we could recharge this guy. To try to take out the spear next turn. Might be a way to go. Yeah, we're going to try that. Let's do recharge. So it's a main action. We use a B and we have to discard a card. Which will get rid of a systems drafter. Remove one exhaustion token and 2 wound tokens from charge cards you control. So that'll be that. So that was a main action. Okay. Now it's their turn. She has none, but this one has one, which states remove 1 status token, deal 1 damage to your Phoenixborn. So 16 out of 18. Dragonhead, reveal and attack with revealed if able. Oh shoot. That might be it. I should have defended more in the beginning. So they're going to attack my rightmost unit. That's okay. They can knock him out. This goes here. They're exhausted. Green boxes can't be exhausted, right? Green boxes always activate, right? I can't remember. Yeah, inexhaustible. Okay. Unbaked Pal, thank you for the follow. Okay. Well, shoot. Well, I guess we'll take out the 2. Hopefully. So if we exhaust him and try to attack here, for the love of God, don't block this. Okay. Doesn't block. So we take out this unit. They don't deal any damage back. 2 blood plus the other one. So that's 3 damage. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. That was our main action. That's everything we're going to do right now. Their turn. They don't have anything. This has 1 on it, so it deals 1 damage to my Phoenixborn. 17 out of 18. They're gonna attack with my leftmost unit, or their leftmost unit. When this unit is declared an attacker, place 1 stat, so we're gonna Dragonborn. That's fine. Oops. They're going to attack the systems drafter. I'm gonna let the hit happen. An exhaust, which will deal 1 damage back, knocks out my systems drafter. Okay. So then now we will just do another B for now. And leave that out there. Their turn is going to deal 1 damage to my leftmost unit. That's fine. They're going to attack my rightmost unit. That's fine. They go away. Because now, our turn, we can summon a Thunder Hulk for those 2. For the new Hulk out there. And then side action, exhaust this to move a Artifice die from a card you control into another card you control. So put it there. They're exhausted, so they can't do anything. So it's our turn. He's going to deal... I have to do it here. So he's going to deal 3 damage to here. Hopefully they don't block. Oh my god. Okay. 3 damage there. 19, 20, 21, 22. They pass. I pass. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Alright. We recover 1 here. Everything unexhaust. Silly bees. I should power up the bees. Okay, that was recover. Remove exhaustion. Exhaust dice. We'll keep the B. And that's that. Dragon does the cleanse thing. That's good. Gains 2 statuses. Replenish aspects. Sorry, he gets she gets 2 as well. Progress is made. Deal 3 damage to each opposing player's leftmost unit. Add a face down aspect card to the end. Oh my god. So there's 3 damage here. 1, 2, 3. Still alive because of the suit. Another aspect card. Alright, they're now the first player. Reroll our cards. Or dice. Barrier and we'll get rid of reconfigure. Actually, barrier, I'm going to get rid of 2. I need some allies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barrier, Thunderhulk, Supercharge. Core Supplier, and Supercharge. Okay. Okay. So, first things first, we remove 1 thing off of here, which is going to deal 1 damage here. Start of the turn. She deals a damage here. 5, 6, 7. That's going to be it. Sorry, that should have been exhausted. Yeah, I was dumb. I should have blocked more. Oh, I should have done that. All right. We lost. We lost. Our hope was if we could have gotten the core supplier in and then use 2 artifice dice from here onto cards you control and then try to attack 6, 7, 8. That would have been our win. So it would have taken another round. Which would have been enough, but we were like 1 or another round or 2 probably off of where we needed to be. Unless this card was something crazy, which it wasn't. It was rapid flight, which would have been all right. So we were like just off where we needed to be. Actually, no, because that Thunderhulk would have died. No, it wouldn't. It still probably wouldn't have worked out great. Yeah, so that's my. I should have been smarter and blocked more. I was hoping that I could kind of save them as blocks and use them later on, but that special ability could be rough. I just wasn't prepared well enough for it, but oh well. What was the other ones? Another rapid flight and another spear. So I had to do it before then, but oh well. Oh well. That was good though. I still love the game, dude. I still love this game. I still think it's solid. But yeah, it's just that like it might seem at first like a little confusing, but once you get into the rhythm of things, it's pretty easy. I mean, obviously I still make a few mistakes here and there, but it's nothing too bad. But yeah, great game. Highly recommend. But yeah, this is also, so you all know, this is just the Ascendancy box. There's nothing else in there. I do want to now start using, because I haven't done deck building in a while for this game, so I want to do some deck building with it, and then actually take it against her, because I like her as a Dragonborn. I think she's pretty good, pretty interesting. So play against her a few more times, but use some other decks that maybe are quote unquote better, and try that and see what happens. So, but yeah, it was solid. It's good. All right, chat. Where's my bottom ones? Not much better. Having somewhat read the rules now is easier to follow. Like I said, once you get, like I said, you get the hang of it. It's really not too bad. The attacking thing is the weirdest thing, because the one big difference between PvE versus PvP, right, is that if I attacked this unit and they're unexhausted, they attack me back, but they don't exhaust. Versus PvP, they would exhaust if they wanted to attack me back. So that's like the one weird thing. So that's why you have to be careful that you kind of want them to exhaust first in a different way, and then you can attack the unexhausted unit so it doesn't deal damage. You know how you feel about it? I know, right? Yeah, they have Ashes DB isn't too bad. There's not like a ton of decks on it, but there's some. There might be another one I don't know about though. But yeah, it that's like the weirdest thing, is just like making sure you time that as well as you can. The whole ready spell thing versus like the ultimate thing from the last game is still like weird. Not in a weird bad, but just like it feels like it just escalates so much faster. Ashes Live, that's what I'm thinking too. Ashes Live. Oh, I'm sorry. Fat Kid Paladin and them have been talking. Yeah, I've got a 3-year-old. Routine is a godsend with it. That's amazing. Given the lack of categories for the decks, like in Marvel Champions, I don't know if I ever deck build this. And the other thing is, like with deck building like this, it's so weird because there's no real restrictions. Like you just kind of build and go for it. The only limits, right, is you can only put 3 in. Indiana's up 10. Ugh, hate the Hoosiers. And obviously if they have like a unique symbol, it can only be in their deck, but you don't have to include them. But if you have a bunch of them, you can include quite a few of them, which is nice. So yeah, I have to like really experiment with it more. It is very whatever. It's kind of whatever you want to do, which is good and bad. Very interesting how you choose. Yes, that's the other thing too. Like depending on what you pick, depends like if you want to do mono color or dual color or tricolor or quad color or whatever, right? You can just kind of do whatever you want, which is really fascinating, which gets it kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever done 3. I've only done 2. 10 of one type. Yeah, exactly. I won't pick the right amount of dice. Yeah, I think generally speaking, if you just do it half and half, you're probably good, or at least mostly good. So yeah, that's kind of how I would do it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the best way to do it or not. But yeah, I think we'll start deck building for it soon and give it the old college try. But I do want to get the Red Rain stuff back out too. I just have to like shift my mindset how that works. But I do enjoy it. 7 to 3 seems common. Tricolor is my go-to. Oh, yeah. Basics are on every single die, so every single die has a basic one, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just the other 2 symbols. And I think it's always 3 basic, 2 of the middle, and 1 of the best. No, I take that back. 2 basic, 3 middle, 1 of the best. I think that's what it is. And then you could use still like the highest one as a basic if you want to. I think all the precons are either mono or 5. I think so too, yeah. Yeah, I've never done tricolor. I don't think I'm good enough. Wait, it's Monday. Monday Marvel, but no preview. Take that, FFG. Yeah, basically. I've seen people splashing the frog just to ping damage. That's smart. Marble Monday with ashes. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like each of these the magic cards, like you have to look at their ability and what their dice power effects are, because there's gonna be some interesting stuff with that. I mean, once we start it, we're gonna be struggling hard, but I feel like I could figure it out like eventually, you know? Like I won't be great, but I get at least a rough idea. Hopefully. Seven RMAC marble race while you stream 24/7. Dude, that's how you just print money. If I could figure it out, I would. Not 100% sure what that would look like, but I know it would do well. Because I know everyone leaves once I stop marbles. I've seen my stats. All right, chat. The combinations for this game seem very large, which could be overwhelming, but it makes the game interesting. Yeah, I think long term it makes it really good. So build around your first 5 and then craft a deck around that. That makes sense. Yeah, there's a way to set up so that all the people can be marbles, but it only works for Twitch or YouTube. Since you have to worry about drawing into a combo. That makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah, like I said, we'll be doing more ashes moving forward, because I enjoy it. All right, chat. I'm gonna get out of here, get some rest. So we'll be live Wednesday, and we're gonna keep doing Arkham. We'll do Innsmouth Conspiracy, the second thing after I just died from everyone else. And then Friday, I don't think Novels is joining, but I'm not 100% sure. But if she's not, we'll play video games. We'll do some Batman. If she is, then we'll figure it out. So I like Star Wars deck building. It's good fun. Yeah, I'm gonna try soon I'll do the deck builder game with the solo variant that people have been telling me about. So we'll do that and see how that plays. Because I would like to do that, because I like that game. I think it's really, really good. And really fun. I like a 2-player too, a lot. All right, chat. We're gonna get out of here. Appreciate you all. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for the subs, the follows, all that fun stuff. Mandalorian, I just have to buy it, which I will soon. But have a good one. Appreciate you all. Make sure you join the Discord if you have not yet. YouTube is in your description. Twitch, there it is. Appreciate you all. See you Wednesday for Arkham Horror. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.